Are you amongst those who plot size is confused, especially in Abuja? If you're amongst such people, then today's video is for you. The aim of this video is to ensure that everything that has to do with plots, plot sizes, and what they are approved for here in Abuja is made clear for you. We'll tell you about plot sizes and what you can build on them and what they are approved for right here in Abuja. So if you're such a person, come on board and let's help you get clear with plot sizes and what they are approved for here in Abuja.
So before we get deeper into that conversation, let's go back to the very beginning.
Exactly.
From the start. So what is a plot of land? We're talking about plot sizes, but let's help you understand what a plot is. And then we move to the different plot sizes. So what exactly is a plot of land? I know a lot of people, when they hear plot of land, the first thing that comes to mind is they just tell you a plot of land is 500 square meters. Or some persons will say a plot of land is 1,000 square meters. So a plot of land is simply a defined or measured portion of the earth, right? So a defined or measured portion of land or earth is called a plot of land. So for example, if you have a 500 square meter plot size, it is defined. That is why it is called 500 square meter plot size. Right, so it has boundaries. It is portioned, so it is a plot of land. So you have 150 square meter plot size. It is also a plot of land. You have 250, you have 500, you have 1,000. All of these are plots of land, but different plot sizes. So when next you hear a 150 square meters, don't just assume. Some people say it's half plot or it's not even up to quarter plot.
Exactly.
No, it is a plot of land. So when next you hear a 150 square meter or 250 square meter or 500 square meter, just know at the back of your mind that we're talking about a plot of land. So I'm going to throw this question.
Okay.
I don't know if you're ready for it, but
you want to put me in the spotlight? Eh?
No, I can't try that with you, right?
Okay,
so what? Let's do quiz for him. What's the standard measurement of land here in Abuja?
Don't play. Of course, I know it now. Come on. Here in Abuja, the standard measurement is square meters. Square meters. Which is square foot. It's square meters. It's square meters. Of course. I'm right, am I not?
Exactly. In
Abuja, the standard measurement is square meters. You won't hear square foot. You won't hear square feet, or whatever. You won't hear that. You won't hear that. There's something else to say. Yes, it's still square feet. 100 by this.
100 by 50 feet.
Feet, exactly. Feet or square feet. You are definitely not going to hear
mostly
a lot of
like
that. Square meters. That's basic or standard measurement right here in Abuja.
Okay.
Now that you have done me, I want to do you back. I want to do you back. I have a question to throw at you as well.
Okay. Free. Go ahead.
So, what is the standard measurement when I say a hectare of land here in Abuja? What am I referring to?
It's 10,000 square meters.
It will do. As if you know. You don't even pretend as if you don't know it. You just hit at it straight.
I cannot pretend.
Okay.
It's simply 10,000 square meters. When you hear a hectare of land, we're talking about 10,000 square meters. And when someone is asking you half hectare, basically that's 5,000 square meters, right? Okay. So because he has said that the standard measurement for land here in Abuja is in square meters, which means that aside the hectare, the half hectare, we have other square meters, which are other sizes, which are also still measured in square meters. So you could see or hear 1,000 square meters, 750, 150, all of that are measured in square meters, but they are different sizes.
Interesting. Now, we've told you what a plot of land is. We've told you what the standard measurement is. We've told you what a hectare is, right? Now, let's take it a little bit further. Let's now come
back home.
How they say that in maths again? Let's start from known to unknown. So let's come down to the minute ones now, okay? Things like 1,000 square meters, 150, and all the rest. We're going to be telling you now what each plot size or the approved plot sizes in Abuja, the common plot sizes and what they are approved for right here in Abuja. Should we start from big to small, from small to big?
Let's start from small to big.
From small to big. Okay, from small to big. Right, we're going to be starting with 150 square meters. So when you hear 150 square meters here in Abuja, I'll do it again.
No, don't do it again.
Okay, so when you get 150 square meters here in Abuja, what you should just know is a 150 square meters here in Abuja is approved for terrace duplexes. Am I sounding like terrace duplexes? So 150 square meters is approved for terrace duplexes. When you hear 250 to 200 to 250 square meters, it's often for a semi-detached duplex. In some cases, too, it may extend to 320 sometimes for a semi-detached duplex. When you hear 400 upwards, then it's for standalones, 400, 500, even 600. But the only thing I can add here is when you hear 400, 450, it's often for a standalone duplex, maybe 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, but it may or may not have a BQ. Right? Yeah. But then when you see 500 square meters upwards, they are likely going to have space for a BQ, but a 450, 400 is often for just a standalone duplex. And of course, 750 upwards is approved for block of flats, 3-bedroom block of flats and the likes of that upwards. So I'll take it again, 150 for terrace duplexes, 300 upwards to 320 semi-detached, then from 350, 400, 450 upwards for standalone duplexes, and then 750 upwards for block of flats, especially 3-bedroom block of flats. These are the plot sizes for residential purposes right here in Abuja and what they are approved for. These are residential plot sizes. It's important that I say that.
Very, very important.
Yes.
Okay, so having outlined the common plot sizes, very common that you'd find in Abuja, and what is approved on it. Now let's go back to something that a lot of people are not really aware of.
Okay.
You know, so there's land in Abuja, or rather the land administration in Abuja is very structured, right?
Yes,
and as a result, we have different land use and zoning right here in Abuja.
Yes.
Now, these plot sizes and what to be built on falls under some of these different use. Okay. So you can't just buy land here and build anything you like on it.
Never.
It's not possible.
Never, ever.
And at the same time, when you're buying land, it is very important that you should find out that land use. For instance, maybe you're interested in a 500 square meters. Please make your inquiries, carry out your due diligence, and ensure that you know that that 500 square meters you're interested in, the location, the layout is approved and meets the standard of the zoning regulations right here in the city of Abuja. So land in Abuja is regulated under the Nigerian Land Use Act, which vests land ownership in the government. So the government owns land here in Abuja and rather allocates land to individuals, right? So the major zoning types here, we have residential land. Now we have different land use, which is residential, commercial, mixed use. We have the green areas. I think I'm missing one. There's another one. Residential, industrial. Exactly. So land is approved for these various purposes. So in some areas it's for commercial, in some areas it's a mixture of all of these, and then in some areas it's strictly residential. And that is why you find out that there are some areas where maybe the development has not gotten to that place yet, and then someone is just randomly selling land. They're not knowing that based on what has been designed already. There are some places that are meant for residential, some places are for construction of road, access road. And unfortunately, some people buy access roads and they think it's their dream home. And
Even
then when the
green
government,
area.
exactly,
Yeah.
when the government now gets to the stage where they have to develop that place, we all know that Abuja keeps growing, you know,
Exactly.
because it is the
Exactly.
capital, right? So there's a lot of there's continuous development happening in the city.
Yeah.
And because of that, when the government gets to that place, they start demolition and people start questioning what is going on. Now, it is simply because you did not follow the standard, you know, you do not do your due diligence, and then you built a residential house on top of road that is meant for that particular area.
Yeah.
So these different land use would help you. So when you're buying land, you're able to ask questions. When you see the
Exactly.
document and it's written in the title document that, oh, this land is residential, or this is residential plus commercial, or this is mixed use land, you're fully aware that, oh, whatever it is, whatever purpose that you intend to, you know, use that land for aligns with what has been approved. It is
Exactly.
very, very important.
That's very important because a lot of people, I believe, by watching our channel and following us so far, a lot of people, their fears regarding investing in Abuja has been doused because it's just a lack of knowledge that causes all the bad news or the things you hear about demolitions in Abuja. But if you're well informed and aware, you're never really going to fall prey to these things. For instance, what she just talked about, the zone is, you can only be a victim to these things, demolitions and the rest, when you go against it. You go and build a residential on a commercial plot, or you go and build on green area and all of that. So I'll just recap because it's important, you know, I like that she mentioned the residential, they are zoned for residential, commercial, industrial, mixed use, right? So it's important you have this at the back of your mind. And please never, I also got to learn recently that sometimes clients, when they buy, they tend to relax and leave the job of the due diligence entirely to the realtor. It's important that you also do your due diligence, okay? In as much as it's good to trust your realtor, but I encourage you as much as you can to make some effort to also do your due diligence, okay? So that you can check it. Imagine, okay, so you can see when the realtor brings their results and the one you have, if they tally, if they marry, so you can say, okay, this is actually, you know, correct.
Exactly.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, going forward, now, there's something I want to say as well. Do you know that every estate, every estate in Abuja, and I mean every estate in Abuja, is a plot of land? Somebody has spit water out of, like, how? What does it mean? I'll tell you how. Remember, she said that a plot of land is simply a measured out piece of land for a specific purpose use, right? So just so you know, before any estate comes up, there is a piece of land that is mapped out for a specific use, whether mixed use, residential
use, commercial, industrial.
Exactly. So every estate is a plot of land. It's just important, you know, that then when estates buy out a plot of land, they further go on to then divide it into smaller plots that are now given off for other specific uses. So you're just buying a plot of land out of a larger plot.
Yeah.
So it means that every plot of land in it is a plot of land. A plot of land it continues like that. Yeah. So with that being said, we also want to bring in an opportunity for you now to not just know about a plot of land, but to have a plot of land here in Abuja. And it's a plot of land here in Abuja that is easy for you to go into. And we're just briefly talking about an area in Abuja called Apowasa right now, where we have a beautiful property where you can buy out plots, especially if you're a beginner, if you're a starter, you're outside of Nigeria and you want to test the real estate market here, or you want something you can invest in for good returns over a period of time, then you can actually look to owning a plot of land at Crystal Estate in Apowasa. Apowasa is a fast-growing location here in Abuja, and right here we have just 4 plot sizes here in Abuja. And the estate, which is a plot of land, was approved for residential use only. So that is what it was approved for. That is what the plot of land is for, but has been further divided into smaller plots for residential purposes. So right there we have 150 square meters 250 square meters, 400, and finally 750 square meters. You can go on and tell them what each plot size is for.
Okay, so she just mentioned 150 square meter plot size, 250 square meters, 450, and 750. So each of these plot sizes have what is approved to be built on it, right? So for the 150 square meters, you can build a 3-bedroom terrace duplex.
Yep.
And for the 250, you can do a 4-bedroom detached, semi-detached duplex. And then the 400 square meters, you can do a 5-bedroom fully detached duplex. And for the 750, you can build block of flats, right? So if you're that person who is looking towards being a landlord, and being a landlord, I mean the one that earns rental income, steady cash flow, you know, so you can build a block of 3-bedroom block of apartments, 6 units on that 750 square meter plot. Now you can decide to rent 5 out and maybe live in one, or you can decide to rent all of them and just be collecting, you know, steady cash flow, right?
Exactly.
And that being said, this estate called Crystal Estate is an FCDA approved right of occupancy, that is R of O property. And this simply means that it is secure. Your investment is secure, properly documented and registered by the government, right? So you're free to invest in this property.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I can't remember the last time I called ROFO right of occupancy. It's a notebook. She just called the full name right now. Right of occupancy. Okay, as I said, comes with amazing features. It comes with good drainages, perimeter fencing, security, water supply, and everything that makes the estate good, habitable, and really, really good. So if you're looking for somewhere to start off with in investing in Abuja, or you just want to invest in a growing location, Abuja Crystal Estate is just perfect for you. All you have to do to get locked in on plots here is to call the phone number in the description of this video, and we will get you started. Before we go, just a brief recap. We told you what a plot of land is, a measured piece of land for your purpose. We told you we told you the standard measurement here in Abuja, which is square meters. We told you what a hectare is, which is 10,000 square meters. And then we told you the different plot sizes and what they are approved for. We talked about the zoning, and now we've given you an opportunity to own a plot right here in Abuja. Now you know what a plot is and where to get a plot for yourself. What again are you waiting for? Just call the phone number right there in the description, and we will help you right away.
So till we come your way again, have a nice day.
Have a great day and enjoy a great one. Bye for now.